Hi, I'm Maya Hawke, and this is my starter pack of cultural essentials. I'd love to talk about a book that really changed my life and affected my relationship to reading was Marilynne Robinson's Housekeeping. That's one of my favorite books of all time, and it was something about the kind of magical realism of the living land, the living house, the way that our environment can reflect our emotional life, I think really spoke to me in a deep place, and I loved that. And then recently, a book that has changed my life in the last year is the entire Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. I can't believe how good it is. It's my adult Harry Potter. I think about it every day. I think about it as like a mythic language for my life, and I'm so moved by it. I read all the books in the last 7 months. My husband and I read them together out loud, and it was recommended to me by my mom. She got on the romantic Sarah J. Maas kick, and now we are both out of books to read and call each other on the phone like, how can I fill this hole in my heart of these books? We've gone on this journey together, kind of the three of us, and it has been some of the most like joyful, bonding, connective reading experiences that I've had since I was a little kid and like read Harry Potter for the first time. A movie that really impacted me, both musically and cinematically, like something that felt like it was clarifying to me about my own taste. Where I was like, this movie I love, and I've seen it like 6 or 7 times, is Altman's Nashville. The first time I watched it, I didn't even pick up on the political through line of the movie. And then the second couple times I really started to understand the car that drives through, projecting that radio message.
Consider our national anthem. Nobody knows the words.
That movie and the way that it's told, sort of in this large ensemble where every person is sparkling so bright as though they could have a whole movie about them, and the way that it changed sound editing, and I'm Easy is one of my favorite songs of all time, Keith Carradine.
I can't put bars on my insides. My love is something I can't hide. It still hurts when I recall the times I've tried.
In an effort to try to explain to people who I was, I would show them this song. You know how those pieces of art come up where you're like, if you want to know me, know this. And that movie and song became that for me, like an identity calling card. The Bible of my life is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Water, earth, fire, air.
Those first 4 seasons I come back to when I'm lost. There's an episode called The Guru that I think about all the time, and it basically like really simply breaks down this idea of unblocking your chakras. The way that show deals with bravery and self-actualization and friendship and love is truly, it is my like scriptural text that I come back to when I'm lost.
Are you excited for the new movie that's coming out?
I'm so excited. I really cannot wait. I heard someone at one of my shows, I was talking about Avatar at one of my concerts, and an audience member told me that like it had leaked and you can see it. I won't do it because I respect the creators too much and I want to see it in theaters. And I really, this year, really love Pluribus.
We feel like we're doing all the talking here. Are there any questions you might have for us, Carol? Anything at all?
Yeah, sure. I guess to start with, what the fuck is happening?
And kind of, it feels just so relevant with all the different conversations going on about aliens and about AI. It feels like it really loops them both in and studies the natural human desire for companionship and how easy it is to believe that something is a companion that isn't. I think right now, again, like our fundamental loneliness as a species is being explicitly revealed by our desire to to keep company with something that sole existence is programmed to affirm and support us, to make us feel comfortable and easy and to tell us we're right. And human relationships are so difficult because the humans in your life will not always think that you're right and will not always affirm you and will not always be right, but they are so profoundly worthwhile.
I saw the Bleach movie.
Is it good? Did they go into Zuko's mom? No. That was our dream story, was like Zuko finds his mom. Because it feels like they set it up at the end of it. Like Zuko's last moment is, "Where is my mother?" And I was like expecting a Where's My Mother spinoff. Like a Liam Neeson, a Taken 3, but where is my mother? I have a very unique set of skills. There are so many records that shaped my music and who I was, but one really important one was this younger artist, Samia. I went to go see her in concert. I was like, oh my God, this person brought the house down. And I got an early link to her album, The Baby, and I listened to it nonstop. There's a lyric in Big Wheel.
God, I'm really gonna blow with all this empathetic shit. Understand the thing you did, every reason you did it.
That hit me like a lightning rod when I listened to it because, I don't know, I think empathetic people, it can be really hard to get angry. I have struggled a lot with getting in touch with my anger in my life because everyone who's ever hurt me, I always felt like I understood why. And what they were going through that made them make the choices that hurt me. And sometimes that's a beautiful quality. And sometimes it's a really debilitating quality because it doesn't let you set healthy boundaries for yourself. And it doesn't let you express that anger. And there's a book that really affected me, two books that I read one year that I see my reading of them as kind of like developmentally game-changing, which is this book called Burnout and Come As You Are. I read them back to back, and they talk about the stress cycle. When you get through something stressful, you have to run it out and scream it out and, talk it out. And if you put a lid on all your anger because you understand why someone hurt you, you'll never be free of it. It will just like rot in your stomach. And so I think that song, Big Wheel, was really important to me because it was about that. Your guys' logline is a little bit of a tongue twister, I have to say. Starter pack of cultural essential. Was happening in my mouth when I tried to say that.